Well guys, I'm back doing a new video, and today I'm gonna tell you how in Advanced Warfare you should have gotten your Exos. And this is only for multiplayer purposes only, because zombies, you got the Exos obviously by buying a bunch of doors and going to get the Exos. Multiplayer, however, you would just spawn in with the Exos and that was it. So I think that it's safe to say that's what made, multiplayer shit in Advanced Warfare. Besides the less OP variants of guns, like the bow was super OP, the ASM1 was super OP. I feel like I should say that because some people in the comment section would be like, no, no, no. Also, the guns were very, very overpowered. I know, that's not even, you don't even have to tell me. That's stupid. You have to tell me. So, let's just get into the actual video now. So, there's three main ways of how you should have your Exos in Advanced Warfare. And this is number three. This is not really a list, and they're not really in any particular order, and this is not the top three things I hate either, because I have a series like that onto my channel. But one of the ways that you should have been able to get your Exos wasn't really a way to have your Exos, but it's a way of the Exos whatever. Alright, so B3 has the Exos how Advanced Warfare should have had Exos. Basically, what it means is, what I mean by that is, BR3's Exos, there's a charge limit, as you can see right there. Every time I use my Exo, you have to wait until you can use it again. Which is very, very quick if you have afterburner. You can use it a fair amount, and then you have to wait for it to recharge and so on. And that's how Advanced Warfare should have been. With their Exos, as if it can have a charge waiting limit or whatever. And you could have a perk that, just ups it, makes it go really fast. But to be honest, this is like would help with my biggest complaint with Advanced Warfare was Exos, you're too reliant on them. And that's completely true, and this would help stop being so reliant on them, and you're still going to be reliant on them to a degree, because we're still reliant on BO3's Exos, but not as much as we were in Advanced Warfare. So that's a fair point. So that's number three. A person on YouTube, I forgot his name. If I remember his name, I will post a link in the description to his video. But he said that Exos should have been a skill streak. That's a good one. That's a good point. They should have been a skill streak or kill streak, whatever they're called. I forgot. I call them skill streaks or kill streaks. Hashtag. Yeah, whatever. But that's a good point. That's like something that they should have actually done. Basically, how you would lose them is when you die. That's it. You get to keep them and no bullshit or anything like that until you die. So that would make it mandatory to run, skill streaks in Advanced Warfare. And that was a good way. At least you don't be starting off of them. At least you have to win a couple fair gunfights. Even though some of the elite variant guns wasn't like, didn't really make it too fair, but whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just that would make it so much better and so much more fun. But I have a better one. This is one I came up with, which he was number one. Number one, this one has a flaw, which I will point out, but have the Exos in the middle of the map. Rush to the middle of the map each game and have them get your Exos. So it would have been like zombies that you have to go get your Exos first. That's how I wanted the Exos to be when I first heard them, is you have to rush mid. And basically there's going to be a war at mid, everyone would be going to mid, and I feel like S&D that wouldn't really work, but TDM, Dom, whatever you could possibly think of, that would have been great ideas. Have the Exos at mid, and you're going to get them and charge and everything, whatever. And there's a couple flaws with this. One is when you die, if you don't keep your Exos, you would have to get them again. Correct, you would. But the thing is, people would camp those Exos wherever they are, right? People would just camp them because, let's just say, they know people are going to be there, and you're at a disadvantage because you do not have your Exos unlike the other person. So that's a flaw. And also another flaw is I play S&D a lot with my clan. That's basically all we play is S&D. How are we supposed to get there in S&D? And then I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's whatever. And that's like one way I would have done it, but if I was the owner of Advanced Warfare, which is my country, but if I was the owner of that, I would have had, instead of everything else, I would have had it for S&D, hardcore S&D, and uh, safe search and rescue. I believe that's what it's called. I haven't played that at all, but I would have them spawn in. There would have been two, and there was one each spawn. That was it. Problem solved. But other than that, I would have had them at mid, and everyone had to rush mid at once. It would have been so much fun, even though it would have been rage inducing for some games. But imagine that. Imagine if they'd done a game mode like that. That would just be so much fun. And you have to rush mid to get your Exos, and whoever keeps the Exos the longest wins. Be the king of the hill. Something like that. But I'm not gonna really get into missed potential ideas, even though that was kind of missed potential right there. That was like my personal thing that I wanted them to do, and some people would disagree with that because some people would be like, "That's a stupid idea," but I think that's a good idea because it would be like zombies that have to actually go and get you Exos. And you have to run to a certain spot, perhaps possibly have them get into a few gunfights in the meanwhile to get you Exos. You know, so that's a good idea. So if you like this video, please help me to do more of these videos. I'm sorry for those new people that come and watch my videos that you stutter way too much. I know I can't help it. So yes, thanks for watching. As always, guys, bye.